With Sony cameras, they don't quite often show up in iPhoto, so we're going to force the issue here a little bit. Find the digital device in your Finder and locate the list of files that are part of your stop motion and drag them into iPhoto. Okay, so now that we're in iPhoto, we want to export all our photos. So Command A to select them all, and then File, Export. And we're going to choose JPEG at high quality, but our file size we need to be as close to 640 by 480 as possible. So we're going to go Custom and change that maximum dimension to 640. And we need all of the files to be in sequence. So we're going to choose sequential here, and we'll give it a start name of Stop Motion 1. This will be our first stop motion. Okay, and then the computer will add on 0, 1, 2, 3 for us. Okay, now I'm just going to make a new folder here. We'll call it SM1 for Stop Motion 1. And then click on OK. And these 47 files will take no time at all to export out. Alright, so now that we've got it, we're going to check and make sure that we've got the files that we want. So we're going back to our desktop, SM1. And there's the first file. Okay, we can see a little thumbnail there. And the last one, yes, is still part of that sequence. Okay, so now we're going to use Flash to stitch all this together. Okay, so just a little bit about Flash here. We'll start a new file, and we want to work with ActionScript 3. Okay. This big white area in the center is our stage, and then it's followed by the timeline above that. Now this is our toolbox. We won't be using that today. And here's our properties for this project. If any of these are missing, you can go to the Window menu and make sure that there's a checkbox beside the window that you need open. But for now, we want to make sure that our photos are going to fit on the stage, so we have to change the dimensions or the size to 640 by 480, which is the size of our photo. And we'll click on OK. And change our frame rate to 30 frames per second. We need 30 shots to fill up a second of video. Alright, so the stage got a little bit bigger. Click on the first frame and go to File, Import, Import to Stage. And we're going to find our photos on our desktop. So we were in SM1. And we're just going to choose the first photo only, and we'll open it. The computer recognizes that it's part of a sequence. Do you want to open this whole sequence? Yes. And it creates a keyframe for each shot that we took with our camera on the timeline. So if we scrub through here with the scrubber, okay, we can get an idea of what our animation looks like. So we're going to save this up. And we'll call this one Robot. And save. Okay, so now that we've got it saved, we can create or test our little animation. So we're going to go Test Movie, and Test, which is Command Return. You can see the hotkey there. And it's playing really quickly. So we didn't take nearly enough photos, or we had too much movement between each photo. So we'll just try to slow the frame rate down a little bit. We'll close that window. And now we're at frame rate 30, so we're going to cut that in half. We'll try to go to 15. Change that to 15. And test again. So we'll do the Command R, the shortcut this time. Or Command Return, sorry. And there, that's playing a little bit better. We'll try tweaking it a little bit more. And we'll close this up. And we'll try a frame rate of 12 frames per second, see if that improves things. And Command Return again. Okay, and there's our animation. So some pretty simple steps. You can watch this video again if you've missed any of the steps. And hopefully your group can move forward with this today.